Hello everyone, this is Emmy. Welcome to my channel. And for today's video, I just thought I'd talk about what I use for annotating and taking notes in my Bible. In particular, this is the Great Adventure Bible. This is the one I use daily. So the bulk of what I'll be talking about is basically what I use for this. But I will also talk about other Bibles because in case you're using a different Bible that has a thinner or thicker paper, then I will discuss that as well, what I use for those kind of Bibles. But anyways, so thank you so much to Ali. I got a comment from her saying that she wanted to know what I use for note-taking, and I was already thinking of doing something like this, so I thought, hey, that's a sign, right, that I should do the video. So even if one person just watched this video, then I'm happy with it. Anyways, moving on. So this is the Great Adventure Bible, like I said. Okay, so you know what? Let me just take out the cover. And I actually did a flip through, a short flip through of this in my video where I talk about my Bible study routine. But I think later on, maybe around May or June, I'll do a complete Bible flip through when I finish the Bible in a year then. But just to give you guys an idea of the kind of note-taking that I do in this Bible. So as you can see, I have index cards as well. So that's one of the things that I use. But these are the kind of stuff that I do. I have photocopies and a lot of highlighting, underlining, and yeah, so just to give you guys an idea of the kind of note-taking that I take. Okay, so I will talk about the supplies that I use, and then in the end, if I can do it all over again, I will talk about basically just 2 items that I would highly recommend to everyone. All right, so in terms of tabbing, just to start that off, I mainly use this Post-its. I have a ton of these, so these are really great because they're sticky enough, but also they don't leave any residue when you take them off, and you can write on both sides actually, but this is really the main side that you can write on, and I usually write on that with just a marker. So, and then in terms of the Post-its, I use this transparent notes by Post-it as well. Oh wait, you know what? Sorry. In terms of tabbing, I also use other tabs. Sorry. Let me just do all the tabs now. So this one my husband got me from AliExpress. So just those cheap ones. You can even get this from Amazon, I believe. And then this one's, I also love this Post-it one. So, and there are this ones here. So you can write on them as well, and the glue that it uses is great as well. It's sticky enough but doesn't leave a residue. So this one I actually like, but they're not as sticky as a Post-it one. So, but they do the job. As you guys can see, I have a lot of them in this Bible as well. So, all right. And then where was I? Okay, the Post-its. So I use a transparent ones. Let me see if I can show an example of that. I don't use this a lot. Just because, well, they're kind of pricey. So, but I really like them because, like if you don't want to... Okay, so what I do actually is I wrote the note here and then put it on top of where it's supposed to be. But what you can actually even do is, if you don't want to write on your Bible and but you still want to like underline it. Oh, that's 2 sheets. Wait, is it 2 sheets? Oh, it's just 1. So you can just put it on like that and then get your marker. I hope you guys can see. Let me see if I can do a close-up. Right, so the Post-it is right there, and then if you just want to underline like that, and then you can do your notes, you know. So the transparent ones are really great for that. Okay, and then the main Post-it notes that I use are actually the yellow ones. Do I have it here? So I have this size right here. Let me get the smaller one. Hang on a sec. Okay, so these are the main ones that I use, is this size and this little one right here. Okay, let me just see. Also, yeah, if you guys like this, if you guys notice, I also did some just calligraphy sheets here, but this is technically not a part of like my note taking. I just wanted to do it for fun, so I just did a, if you're into calligraphy, this is just a basic copper plate script, no flourishing or anything, but I just thought I'd mention that. And I just want to see, yeah, so this size, so I can't find this yellow one here, but yeah, so these are the main ones I use, like this yellow ones. And this is just a Grandin toy. If you're Canadian, you know this brand, Grandin toy. It's like our staples, but now they just sell online, I think. But the post-it ones are great as well. And I've also used, you know what, oh my gosh, where are my pages where you can see my post-its? So yeah, like I said, like the little ones. But I've also used this ones from the dollar store. Where did I put them? This one's here. These ones are okay, but I don't like the glue too much. Like, just the way they stick, so I don't like it too much. So, also a tip, if you think that this post-it notes, if you think they're too sticky, especially this transparent ones right here, what you can do is actually just you can actually just take them out first and then put them on your shirt or something so it doesn't stick as well if you find it's too sticky, right? So that's one tip. But anyways, even if they're sticky, they're still pretty easy to take out. And like I said, the post-it ones especially, they don't leave any residue for me anyway. So okay, so I've talked about that. And then I have also used just like regular pads here, and I would just use a washi tape. Let me see, like this one's here, because they're just basically like paper. They're just like basic paper pads, right? So nothing makes them stick. So here's an example, I think. Yeah, so this one is another one. So I just put a washi tape, and let me see what else. Okay, and then index cards from the dollar store. I've used them a few times, but I actually don't recommend them as an insert for note taking, just because it's really it's thick. So I had one here. I'll probably end up photocopying it, like this one, like, because if you actually put it as a tip in, like you washi tape it in between, like when you start reading it, like the next page, like it kind of does that, you know. So I don't like it too much, so I'm probably gonna photocopy this note and just on a regular paper, like regular printer paper, and then just washi tape it in. And then this one is just for if I want to put longer notes. These are just from Staples. This half letter size, I believe that's what they're called. And then what I do is just washi tape them in. Let me show a sample like that. So if I have like a lot of notes to take, so this one's for Isaiah, so I would use this, and that's about it, I think, in terms of, yeah. So also this one, yeah, I've used this as this is an old one, like for a tab, but I think it's in a different Bible actually. So let me just put this away. Now I'm going to be talking about the pens and highlighters. Okay, so I have used this stuff here. It's by my side when I do my Bible study and Bible notes, and this is my main pencil case. So I'll just show you guys everything I have here. So these are just a bunch of highlighters, different brands. These are like the big ones, which I actually really like. Big, and this one is just a Fusion Japanese brand. Another Japanese one, which is a Kokuyo, I believe. Yeah, Kokuyo. And then just cheap dollar store stuff. And then this one, this two here I really like as well. Actually, I think I have 3 of them. Yes, They're the Grand and Toy ones. I really love this highlighters as well. And okay, so that's one bunch. And then these are the Sharpie gels. I have another one here. So these are great for thin Bibles. Let me show you. So this Bible right here has it's a lot, the GSM is a lot like thinner than this one, than the Great Adventure. So the Sharpie gels are great for that because it doesn't bleed through. So that's I believe, yeah. So that one is this one here, and you guys will see, right there, you really, I mean, it's a very slight ghosting, you know, but honestly, with this kind of paper, everything will probably work like that. Okay, but anyways, yeah, like I said, for even for the Liturgy of the Hours that also has thin paper, the Sharpie gels are great. And then, okay, back to here. So I have my zebra. Ooh, oh my gosh, I lost the cap. Hang on. Okay, found the cap. So these are sorry. So I'm getting the rest of them from here, from my. So those are my zebra mild liner. So these actually are what I use a lot as well for. This also works for here. Let me show you just an example. Okay, just a random. So that's a zebra. So let's just see here. I hope you guys can see okay. This is dying already. See, this one also doesn't do any roasting, which is great, you guys. Not a good way to show it, anyways. But yeah, so and like I said, I use that for here as well. Okay, so those are the highlighters. And then what else do I have here? I think, oh yeah, this one. But this one actually, I love this for highlighting like a thicker paper, like the Word on Fire Bible. Honestly, this is the only Bible I think that can pretty much take anything because of the way the paper is. This one, it doesn't matter. Even if you use a Sharpie, I think it will be okay. You know what? Let me try. Let me see if a Sharpie will work here, because this kind of paper, this is the only paper where this one doesn't bleed through. Like I find this bleeds through everything except for here. So let me show you. You know what? I'll just do it at the back here. Let's see. So let me just see. Let's see. Like there's nothing here, but if I do it with the other one, I'll show you my test page actually on the Great Adventure Bible, just so that you guys can see. The Sharpie for sure does not work with a regular paper Bible, but I think here it might work. Yeah, so this one, it doesn't show through. It's pretty cool. Okay, and these are also the pens here. Aside from this Sharpies, I have the Micron pens from Sakura. It's a Japanese brand. The Zebra is a Japanese brand as well, and this is a Japanese brand. The Sakura, actually, a lot of their stuff is really pretty amazing. I do artwork, and for if you're doing watercolor and you don't want your line to run through, like the Micron is really great. So I have different colors here. This one I literally just got. So that's the purple 0503, and then 0105 as well. For the black, I have a pink one as well. Okay, so I did talk about my test page so you guys can see for the, sorry, this it was a bit discombobulated. I should have organized my thoughts a bit more, but anyway. So here I did a test page for the Great Adventure Bible. So these are all the stuff that I tried out. Most of them I've already talked about, like the Grand and Toy mild liner. So mild ghosting, but otherwise it's really only the Sharpie that, gosh, I wasn't even pointed in the right direction. Okay, it's really only the Sharpie that kind of went through, but otherwise they all pretty much are okay, like in terms of ghosting at the back. If you, so I even tried like other just inks and fountain pens, but I don't really use them, so I'm not going to talk about them, like the Lamy and Pilot. Yeah, I don't really use it for the Bible too much, but I thought I'd try it here anyway. So yeah, Muji highlighters. Then there's more highlighters here. Then Tombow as well. So the Tombows, I don't really use it as well, but just to show you guys if you're curious. So just very really slight ghosting, but it doesn't bleed through, right? So that's great. And this is a carbon ink. Oh, the Stabilo, actually, that's not too bad here. Where did it run through? Maybe it's on the Catholic Study Bible. When I say bleed through, I'll show you guys my old Bible here. So this is a Bible I've had since I was a little girl. And this is a, see, this is a kind of highlighting I did then. And because I didn't care about the highlighter, see, like it just really pretty much went through the other side. So that's what I was talking about when I say bleed through. Like it literally shows on the other side. But nowadays with the highlighters, it's really great even for thin paper that it can work without, maybe you'll see some slight ghosting. Yeah. And what else for pens? Okay, I'll just show you everything I have here. So this one I love as well, but I don't use it enough, I think, which is the big gel, the Smooth Glide gel pen, and this one is the 4-in-1. This is actually pretty cool because I think it's actually made in France. And this one is just my TWSBI fountain pen. Wait, I can't remember what ink I have here. I think it's a Lamy ink. And then this is the, oh, this is a Muji highlighter. Have I used this one? This is new too. Oh my goodness, I don't think I've even tried this one. Let us see. Let's go to the test page. Oh, I did try it. Okay, I think that's it. Muji, yeah. So, see if I do over and over. Let's go to the next page. Yeah, I mean, it's still kind of slightly wet, so just again, ghosting, but, oh, because it's still wet, it transferred to the other side. That's interesting. Okay, that's good to know. And this one, it's another, this is a carbon ink platinum. This is really great as well, actually, for writing. And it is really sharp though, so if you have a really thin Bible, it might puncture the page. So that shows even, because it's an extra fine point, but otherwise I like that. And I have some just pencils and color pencils. I don't really use pencils much anymore. I was using pencil in the beginning, but I ended up switching to pens. This one is also another great fountain pen. It's just a disposable zebra fountain pen. I really like writing with this as well. Okay, do I have a sample of that zebra here? Oh, I don't think so. Maybe not in this Bible. Anyway, so I just want to say whatever works in this Bible, in the Great Adventure Bible, will work with the note, this is the note-taking one. I put a leather cover on it, but this is the, let me just take it out. This is the, sorry. So this is the note-taking Great Adventure Bible. So whatever works here will obviously work here because this has thicker paper. So I haven't really used this much, but I have made notes using the micron here. Yeah, so just some, this paper is really nice to write in. So that's a micron pen, and then the highlighters are the zebra. Okay, here we go. My goodness. So have I discussed everything? I think so. Now just to let you guys know, well, this is my recommendation, and if honestly, if I can just start all over again, there's really only probably two things I would really just kind of spend money on, and that is this too. So you probably have guessed by now, it is the zebra mild liners, and for the pens, they are, sorry, they are the micron pens. And the reason I say that is because these are both archival, and this highlighter is acid free. So if you are looking for something that would last pretty much like the life of the Bible, or you know, and something that would last a really long time that won't destroy your Bible, I recommend looking for something that says archival and acid free. And honestly, I feel like you can't go wrong with any of the Japanese brands, like I said, the Sakura, and then the zebra. Also, I'm not sure about Pilot because I haven't tried that too much, but anything, honestly, that's just my opinion because I feel like they're really quality. And what else? Even for the washi tapes and the stationery, for the washi tapes for sure, I would recommend, like, if you can find something that's like made in Japan, because the way the glue is actually does really matter. The way they do the glue, which is I have this one here, which is a Muji. It's really great. Like, you can tell the difference. I find if you buy the washi tapes from the dollar store and like something made in Japan. So also for post-its, for sticky notes or post-its, you can't go wrong with post-its and for the tabs and stuff like that. But in terms of pens and highlighters, this too, you can actually tell. Like it actually says here, I don't know if it's too small to see on camera, but it'll actually say there, see, archival. Oh, no, it's too blurry. Anyway, it says archival ink. And this one actually says acid free and archival. Yeah, so it's a little print right there. So this too, you can basically trust this too. Like, that's my opinion anyway. And for the note-taking Bible, that's actually what I'll just be using from now on. But if you don't care about that, oh sorry, yeah, for this one I can't recommend just because I don't know if it's archival, but they're really great for like thin paper, the Sharpie gel highlighters. So I know others use the Mr. Pen, I think Mr. Pen or Le Pen, but those ones I haven't tried, so I can't recommend them. And the Bic too, if you don't care about archival stuff, and it's yeah, if you don't care, then I actually really like the Bic brand, like this highlighter from the dollar store. For the longest time, I think this is what I was using. And then this one is pretty recent, but you know, even just the classic Bic pens, like the blue ones, I use that in when I journal. I use that the blue pen a lot, so those are really great as well. So but like I said, if you care about the archival stuff, then I recommend Japanese brands, especially the Micron pen by Sakura, and then the Zebra mild liners for the highlighter. Okay, oh my goodness, I didn't think I had anything to say, but that's actually pretty long. Okay, thank you so much if you have made it this far. Goodness gracious. And as always, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and God bless wherever you are. Bye.